Hello. This is something new. Me and several friends of mine are playing Gloomhaven, which is a very fun game. It is a D&D-like game where you play a character, but the main mechanic are these cards. You play these cards. They each have a top side and a bottom side. Now let me pull up my Twitch stream so I can actually see what I'm saying. Mostly because there we go. So this is what the card looks like. Do you see it? So this is what the card looks like. There. Down. Right. There. Okay. There's a top, there's a bottom, and there's a number. That's all you need to know. I will explain what the abilities that are happening are and what I am doing. You'll notice I am alone. So this is a solo scenario, specifically for one person to do with a specific class. There are like 15 classes. I can actually get you an exact number. Give me a moment. Here's the book. There are 17 classes, and I will be doing the music note class, which is not one of the classes that you start off with. It is the bard. I knew as soon as I saw the music note that I was going to play the bard. And the bard is built around these songs. The way the songs work is they're along the top and they stay in play and have some effect. And you can only have one song in play at a time. I'm showing you this card because it is the most important card for my strategy. I'm going to be using the bottom action while setting up everything, and then I'm going to be using the top action for most of the scenario. So my goal here is going to be to win. So I'm following the rules set out by this introduction, which I will read to you. It has told me how to set up the board, which is right over there, and everything that I'm allowed to do. So I have everything over here. These 6 figures are all my friendlies. I have to keep them alive and get to the boss and defeat them. The number 1 and the number 2 are triggers that cause storyline, which we will handle then. So the number 1 thing I need to do is get songs out as fast as possible. My songs do very powerful things, but the number 1 thing they're going to be doing is helping everyone actually kill all my allies kill the people they're supposed to be killing. So what we're going to start with is I'm going to use this song, Wistful Wounding. It adds wound to all of their attacks. If you look at all of the people that I'm fighting, these are their stats. If they have a white base, they use the left side. If they have a gold base, they use the right side. And the important thing that they have is this, Shield 1. My guys, who use the left side here, only hit for 2. So they need a way to be able to hit for more, especially since there's a stone golem coming up, and he has shield 2, which means any of their hits are not going to hit at all. Probably. So, my idea is that we will have put wound up, and then as soon as possible, we're going to get this song down, which means that it's harder to hit my guys. Very, very useful. Anyway, let's go ahead and start. I want to hire you to play at the Brown Door, and I need you to perform right away. The proprietor of the popular bar sits across from you at a nearby inn and stares at you stone-faced. You try not to object to the incredibly short notice, but he raises a hand in protest. I booked a Vermling singer for earlier tonight, he continues. An unconventional choice for sure, but I had heard good things about her. Calls herself the Song of the Deep. Everything was going great until my patrons started doing weird things. They all fell silent as if in a trance, and began to act out the song the Vermling was singing. When some of my guards tried to stop the patrons from hurting themselves, they were viciously attacked. It's like the Vermling had taken over my patrons' minds, and completely swayed them into doing whatever she wanted. I escaped, and tried to get the city guard to do something about it, but of all the people who've gone in, no one has come out. My only hope is that another performer, such as you, can counteract the Vermling's influence. You sigh and make your way to the Brown Door, not to help the owner, he's a scumbag, but to stop the Vermling from giving all bards a bad name. Outside the entrance, the owner has assembled a motley assortment of street toughs to assist you. They look a little nervous going up against something they don't understand, but even just tuning your lute seems to calm them a bit. Then you begin to strum and walk into the bar. So special rules. The bandit guards and bandit archers are allies to you. That's these 6 over here. And enemies to all other monsters. Both are 2 levels lower than the scenario level and act on initiative 49. Performing a move 0, attack 0 action using your attack modifier deck. So that's important. They use my attack modifier deck. This deck is absolutely nuts. It's really, really, really good. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it even better. We're going to bless everyone around me and use that blessing. So what bless means is that I shuffle these ×2 modifiers into my deck. And we're going to curse enemies, which is going to shuffle these curses into their deck, which negates their attacks. And that's my strategy. If you have any questions about specific abilities, let me grab the quick start sheet. Just a moment. So I have a list of all the abilities right here. The important ones are Bless, gain a Bless attack modifier card, and Curse, gain a Curse attack modifier card for this. Shield reduces attack damage. Note that's specifically attack damage. If they're damaged from any other source, they suffer the damage in full, which we're going to use to our advantage here. So I have my Soothsinger, the Bard, right here. And she is going to sit here. I have items that I've gotten through play with my group, either by purchasing them because they were particularly good, or by opening them in chests, because sometimes you can do that. And I'm going to be using these items to complete this scenario. So, our number 1 priority is to get songs up, because they're going to allow our allies to actually do things. So we're going to start by doing this. I'm going to play these 2 songs. I'm going to play the Disorienting Dirge for its bottom action, and the Wistful Wounding for its top action. So, let's go ahead and start. So the city guard are the only people in this room. Once we open the door, we'll do everyone else's actions, but the city guard is all that matters right now. They act at 70, they move -1 and attack +1. Their movement is 2. They will definitely be able to get to our people. So let's go ahead and make it harder for them. Okay? So they move at 70, I move at 14, and my friends move at 49. So let's go ahead and start. I go first with 14. It could have been 16, but it would have been first anyway. I'm going to start by cursing all enemies within range 3. I'm right there, and there are 2 enemies in range 3, so they get 2 curses into their monster deck. We'll shuffle that just a little bit later when they're about to draw. I bless all allies within range. Notice this doesn't include me. This is the card I'm using, by the way, right there. Curse bless. But it includes all 6 of the people that are right next to me. So we're going to take 6 curses, 6 blesses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and shuffle them into my deck. Woo. And lastly, I'm going to get an experience. Note that I do keep this experience, which is a little silly. I'm going to mark the experience right here on this 0, on this rondel. So now I am at 1 experience, and I'm about to be at 2. I also played Wistful Wounding, which means all allies add wound to their attacks, and it also gives me experience every single turn, including this one, I believe. If I'm getting that wrong, I would love to hear it. And that's my turn. Now, each of my allies go. It's guards, then archers, apparently. So they do a move 0. Their movement is 3. Wow, the lower level bandit guards move more. So let's go ahead and move. We're going to start from the highest number, the lowest number to the highest number. I have the guards 1, 3, 4, and 6, so that I can see their damage easily here. So there's that. They can all get there. I'm going to pull up. There we go. Now I have to switch that up. And now they're going to attack. So they attack, again, using my attack modifier deck. We don't have those blesses in yet. And we're going to start with number 1. Number 1 attacks for +0. So that does 2 damage to guard number 3. He has shield, so it only does 1 to guard number 3, but he also is wounded. So that's fine. The next guy is going to do double damage. So it's going to be 4 damage, shielded by 1 is 3 damage. To guard number 3. Number 4 is attacking guard number 2. He gets a ×2. By the way, when you play a bless, it's removed from your deck. He gets a ×2, just a normal ×2. So he's going to do 3 damage, as noted before. To guard number 2. And that's wrong. That's over here. I was putting the damage on the archers. It should go on the guards. 4 on this guy. 3 on this guy. Wounds on both. Anyway. And number 6 is going to attack. So I drew a ×2, and it has a shuffle symbol, so I have to shuffle it back in. There we go. And my bandit number 6 gets another ×2, which again does 3 damage. So there's 3 here, so I will take back 2 and add a 5. Now my archers go. Archer number 2 is going to attack. They have exactly the same attack modifier, and again it's going to be a ×2. This archer does a move and then attack, so move, 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 attack. So 2 attacks number 3, which is this guy right here, for, again, 4 damage. Shielded by 1 is only 3. Which is, brings me to 7 health, or 7 damage dealt to him, which is really good. And very lucky, by the way. The fact that I've drawn all these blesses means that it's going to be very useful to use Disorienting Dirge much faster again. Anyway, number 5 is attacking 2 for +1, so 2 plus 1 is 3. Shielded is 2, so 2 damage makes it 8, which kills the city guardsman. When a guard dies, it drops loot at its feet. We're going to place it right there. And this guard is dead. Didn't even need the wound. And then we go to the guard's turn. At the beginning of the turn, they take a damage because of the wound and die. We are not concerned with this money, by the way, but we do have to drop it just because. I believe that I need to open that door, and this is important. When I open that door, it's important that the people inside, that my guys go before I do, okay? So I am going to use Melody and Harmony as my movement, because it also gets me an attack, which is pretty good, and I attack slightly better than they do. And I'm going to put up another set of blessings for my team, so that when they go, they'll be able to get more of these ×2. It's going to be dependent. I'm probably going to be able to get 3 people adjacent to me at the end of my move action. Actually, we need to go fast. More specifically, we need to go before them, or they're not going to be able to get through the door. So I have to use an early thing. And all my stuff like that is late. So instead of using this, I'm going to use this move, and pair that with this blessing. So I should be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I could use my rocket boots to move back. That is my best move, is the move 4. With the rocket boots. That's fine. And we'll bless a bunch of people. I could also strengthen them. No, I want to bless. I want more ×2 in my deck. As many as possible. So, this is my parry for this turn. And I'm going to be using 32 as my initiative. And no enemies are going yet, but as soon as I go and open that door, all of these people are going to get an action. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to use my rocket boots to move extra. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You can freely move through your allies. Oh, that might have been better. No, that's not better. So I have 2 movement left. I'm only going to use one of them. And we have... Oh, this city guard is dead. We have these people and more storyline, because we hit the 1 trigger. And the door's open. 2 movement remaining. After the decisive battle in the entryway, your allies are emboldened. You rush forward into the next room, only to narrowly dodge a barrage of crossbow bolts from the stage on the other side. You have no hope, Soothsinger. A deep bellow echoes from behind the curtain on the far wall. Take your pathetic band of drunkards and leave me be. The song of the deep is within us all. It is only a matter of time before it begins to calling to you as well. Okay. Let's move a little bit back, because we don't want to be... And get this coin. Not that it matters. And we're going to bless these 3 adjacent allies, which is going to add 3 blesses to our deck. There we go. So that's my move. Neither of these cards stay in play, so I discard them. And I can immediately use a stamina potion to get some of them back. The important ones to get back are disorientating dirge. Actually, all 3 of these are very good, so I'm going to go ahead and use my major mana potion to get them back into my hand, because I'm going to use the movement to be able to do stuff a little bit later. Anyway, so now everyone else gets an action. So the city guard is moving at 35, which was, as a reminder, my movement was on, where is it? 32. This was my movement. So 35 is going to be next, and the archer at 29. So the archers actually go first. So they move plus 0. Their movement is 2, so they move 2 each. 1, 2. Sorry, going from high to low. 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 2. And then they attack at -1, range +1, and immobilize. So their range is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That can see me. So I'm going to be immobilized, and that's unfortunate. So let's go ahead and draw for them. We're finally drawing for an enemy. Note that this has a shuffle symbol. Oh my goodness, could you please? Right there. So we're going to shuffle right after we do this action. Only one gets a hit, fortunately, because there's these tables that are in people's ways. You can't just run over them. And we have a +0 attack, so they attack for 3 on me, because I am right there. I am the lowest initiative and also the closest to them. So I'm going to be immobilized, which is unfortunate, but we will handle it. I only had 2 movements, so there's no way for me to get back further. And the attack is -1, so it only was doing 3 damage, so it's going to do only 2. So my health goes down to 8. There is that. Immobilized means I can't move, as you might imagine. which is going to make it difficult to do things. The city guard is also going to be focused on me. He has range 2. He only has to move forward 1. His movement is 2. So good thing he only had to move forward 1 because that's all he can move. And he will go ahead and attack at +1. So his attack at +1, +0, 3, 4. These guys hurt. I would like my friends to be in front of me. That'd be great. So, we have these bandits going. So the bandits are going to go move 2. And they're going to just move forward as much as they can, basically. Because they can't get any further in, and that guard just happened to go before my bandits did on that turn, which is unfortunate. But we'll need to kill him. It'll be fine. This bandit attacks the guard using my attack deck, as before. Hits it ×2. So the guard has shield 2. My guard hits for 2. He wounds him. The city guard is number 1. He hits for 4 total, but shielded 2, and retaliates 1. So my bandit guard number 1 takes 1 damage. This blessing goes away. And none of the other guys can hit because of the way that this worked. Now my archers will move forward. They'll move forward any way that will allow them to hit this. Their range is 4, so they will easily be able to hit that guy. So let's draw for them. Number 2, it's +0, 2, but adds a wound, not a big deal. And ×2, so 2, 4, exact same thing. 2, 4 actually does 2. So we are cooking with gas. Note that he has retaliate 1, but he doesn't have a range on that retaliate, so only melee attacks will hit that, cause that retaliate to happen. So we are Gucci. We have done everything. We need to reshuffle the archers. And I get an experience for the song that I have been singing. So we need to kill this guy as fast as possible. So what I am going to do is I'm going to put up a different song. More specifically, I'm going to put up the attack song that makes attacks hurt more. I want to do that before them, so 19 is fine. And I can't move, so I'm going to go ahead and do some cursing and blessing. Actually, I could disarm. 1, 2. So I could disarm either the bandit city guard captain or the city archers. Guard guy does more damage. Oh, it'd be a bottom action, wouldn't it? I might actually want to do a ranged, move 1 action forced on that guardsman so that he'll move. That seems like a plan. This is going to lose me the card, but that's fine. So there's my choices. So I'm going to do 44, so I go as close to my guardsman as possible. And we have. Guard goes at 50, which is right after my guardsman. And the archers go at 31, which is before everyone. So let's go ahead and do that. So 1 moves to here. 3 moves to here. 2 moves up. 4 moves like that. This city, my bandit archer is probably not in a good way. We have the first attack misses, and that's the just basic curse you start in the game in the deck. So we get to reshuffle. Number 2 can certainly hit. And he misses again. I am shuffling. That was exactly the same curse. Number 3. +0 on number 1, my bandit guardsman. So +0, city archer is 3. So that's going to deal 3 damage to this guy. And number 4, -1, it's going to deal 2 damage, and he dies, which is unfortunate. That's fine, because reasons. It's certainly fine. Okay? So we're... since I'm moving people, I should be able to actually get the archers dead. So I'm going to actually use these 2 actions instead of these 2. Oh no, I need to force movement. Yeah, it's important that I force movement. So we are going to go ahead and discard this and replace it. So with this action, I'm going to force this grouping to do a movement action. It's going to be move 1. Actually, I'm going to do this. Move 1, move 1. This has an X on it, so I discard it. And then all my guys are attacking for +1. And now my guys go. We're going to go 1, 2. Their movement is 3. What was that? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That's fine. And they will attack. 4 will attack. Let's attack our city guardsman, who should have taken damage at the beginning of his turn because he's wounded. Bring him to 5 out of 9. Yeah, let's attack the city guardsman. So our attack is ×2. So ×2 is their attacks are +1. So the attack is 3 × 2 is 6. -2 is 4, which is enough to kill him. Wunderbar. Number 3 will attack 3, since that's all they have available to them. And we have another ×2. This is crazy. So remember, they're +1, so and their attack is 2, so they attack for 6 on the city archer, who has 6 health but has a shield. City archer number 3. And those are my guardsmen because he is not in range to actually attack anyone. The archers will go. This one will move forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Their range is 4, so they can attack. Number 2 attacks number 3. They have to just not miss, and they will kill him. Wunderbar. Oh, my guardsman number 4 should have taken retaliate damage. That's important to keep track of. And number 5 can hit number 2 or number 1, neither of which has taken damage. So we're going to go with number 2. Another ×2. I am shuffling this deck, I swear to God. For 6 damage once again, which is reduced by 1 to make it 5. So archer number 2. So I would like to curse a bunch of people. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to have to move to be able to do that. So I would like to have 2 songs up at a time, so I'm going to use this to do that. And I'm going to move to curse. So let's see how this goes. This is going to force me to be at 78. Nothing we can do about it. I get an experience for that song I have up. And we go. There's no guardsman anymore at this point, so we're going to we're not going to draw for them anymore. And we draw archers. Move +1 and attack -1. So the archers cannot move, or that archer cannot move in such a way that he would get out of the way. And he's the first person to move. So he's just going to sit there. The other 2 have no reason to move at all. They're going to attack the person that's closest to them. So this guy's attacking here, this guy's attacking here, this guy's attacking here. So number 1 is attacking at disadvantage, which means they draw 2 cards and keep the worst of the 2. And the worst of the 2 is this +1, which will hit for the archers 3 on number 4. 3 -1 +1, so 3. And we will reshuffle, despite the fact that we did not actually use the ×2 that we drew. So 3 damage to number 4. I need to start healing damage. That archer attacks number 3. No disadvantage, but he does miss his attack. I should have shuffled first, but I've already drawn. Oh well. I need some more curses in this deck. Like a lot more. But we're working on it. Last one attacks number 6, and he draws a -1. So -1, -1, so -2. He deals 1 damage to number 6. Those are the archers. My guards go, because I am moving at 78. This guard's not going to move. This guard's going to move up. This guard's going to move up here. Archer's going to move up, and Archer's going to move up. So, number 3 on number 1. Deals 4 damage to number 1. -1 is 3. Next, number 3 is going to attack number 1. He's just going to stun at +0. So number 1 is going to be stunned. This is the stun marker. What stun means is that on their next action, they do nothing instead of what it says. Cool. And a +0 is shielded by 1, so it does 2, because they get +1. So that brings us to 5 here. I guess it probably wanted a space for me to go, because I can't actually move up, so that's fine. This archer's still going to be able to attack there. They're already in range. Where am I at? Right, number 6. Attacks 2. Don't forget to mark the damage on this guy. We also put the thing there. And we attack. At +0, which is 3 damage to this guy, which is enough to kill him. More money. Finally, I go. I can have 2 songs, and I move. 1, 2, and I curse. Let's shuffle. So, this round, I'm going to want to put this up. I'm also going to want to put another song up. I get an experience for having moved and done all the stuff for my song that's up. So I'm going to put a healing song up, just for now. So I'm going to be moving very quickly. I'm going to move at 11. Let's see when our archers move. 56. That's good. I hope my guys killed them very quickly. That guy's dead. So, I go first. I put up a healing song, which means everyone else is going to heal 1 at the beginning of their turns. And I'm going to bless everyone, which adds 5 blessings to my deck. It gets me an experience. I get an experience for one of the songs that I have up. And I curse both of them, which adds 2 curses to their deck. So 2 curses to their deck. And I will shuffle that, and 5 blessings to mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we shuffle here. That's my hand. And we go to the next part. Number 6 and number 4 will just heal 1 at the beginning of their turn, which is very useful. And we will get a 4 and 3 will attack 1. Actually, yeah, we'll start in order. 3 attacks 1. 1 is dead. Most sincerely dead. And 4, his movement is 2, so he's going to move here. 6 attacks 4. That is 6 damage, shielded by 1. Is 5 damage. So number 4. Number 2 attacks 4. And 4 is dead. And this guy moves up. His movement is 2. He cannot move up. Cool. I am shuffling this. I swear to God. It's just I have a very small deck, and adding a lot of blessings to it does a lot, as you might imagine. So I'm going to go ahead. I should have done it before now. I would like to put up new songs. So obviously these are the things I'm going to be doing. I'm going to go after them. So let's go. There's no monsters, because we haven't opened the doors yet. We go 3 moves 3. 4 moves 3. That's 6 moves 3. Archer moves 2. Archer moves 2. Cannot move 2, so it's going to move as much as it can. I am in the way. So I can either strengthen my archers or strengthen the frontliners. They do the same amount of damage, so it's not a huge deal, but my frontliners are actually going to be able to damage things. 1, 2, 3. So I'll strengthen both of those guys. I haven't been immobilized for a while, so I'm just going to put this here so I remember. Strengthen means that we draw 2 cards and keep the better of the 2. It is the opposite of disadvantage. I can also force... No. I moved 4 and I strengthen my allies. And that's my turn. And I'm going to get back 2 of my cards. Specifically my wounding card I'm going to get back. And... let's get more blessings. That seems good. And these both move very, very early. So, also at the beginning of that turn, they should have healed. So, wound and less curses, we should be good. So this is my next turn. I go first. I move... oh, I did not pick a move card. Perhaps I should have. It's fine. They're going to move up. So I get an experience. I get another experience for blessing all my people. 1, 2, 3, 4 blesses. I'm glad I'm recording this for posterity, because I'm not sure anyone's going to believe that I just kept drawing the blessings over and over and over again. I guess since I haven't drawn any shuffle cards yet, the percentage of my deck that is blessings is higher than it normally would be. So, I mean, there's that. Still doesn't explain just constantly drawing these blessings. Oh, that's City Archers. Dead. And in fact, there are not any City Archers left. So we're just going to remove this from the board. Anyway, I am done. I got all my experience, and I put up a wounding melody, which is going to replace the healing melody. I'm also going to, on my turn, Empowering Talisman to get back my major stamina potion, and use that to get back this amazing card again. And one of my move cards. This one in particular. So, let's move. Number 3 moves 3. 1, 2, 3. Golem, we draw 4. He moves at 83. And we'll target everyone adjacent to him with an attack. Well, my guys are stupid. They're still going to try to get adjacent. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. He can't get there. These 2 are strengthened. Let's go ahead and attack. Number 3 attacks with +1 attack and wound on the golem. So we have ×2, of course. The stone golem is elite, so it's shielded for 3. So I only deal 3 damage on the stone golem. There's only one of them, so I'll just put the damage on this mat, just generally speaking. And he's wounded. My other guy is going to attack. He again attacks for ×2. Same effects. 3 damage and wounded. My archers are going to move. Oh, that guy should have drawn twice. Too late now. 1, 2, they don't move very fast. I need to get them up there, which is what I will be doing very soon. And then he goes, and he hits 4 lots. Wow. Or he doesn't hit at all. That's cool. I'm supposed to draw for each of them. Oh, yeah, he doesn't hit at all. That's cool. So I got back the major one and only took back 2 cards. I was supposed to take back 3. I am not up there, so I'm going to move and force other people to move. Actually, I would like to add disadvantage to attacks, because he's already wounded, and I should have taken in damage, and adding disadvantage is very, very useful. So I'm going to move and add disadvantage to attacks. My guys are not strengthened anymore. So let's go. I am moving early, because I would like to make sure I'm going before the golem. The golem is going early as well. He attacks -2, move +1. He doesn't have to move. And he's going to immobilize whoever he targets. That's not going to matter. But I go first. He's going to get disadvantage on this attack. My wound is gone. Or my wounding card is gone. I move 1, 2, 3. And I curse that guy. Shuffling as much as I can. And get an experience. Because that's how this works. Stone Golem goes, he takes a damage. And he's going to attack number 3 and immobilize him. Let's go ahead and mark that immobilize. And that guy, right there. And he is attacking at disadvantage, because that's what I said. Disadvantage means he misses altogether. I don't reshuffle, because it's one of my curses. Now my guys go. Bandit Archer has not been damaged, just Bandit Guard has been damaged. Bandit number 3 attacks. So he's dealing 6 damage, shielded by 3 is 3 damage. So remove 2, and a 5, and add 10. Bandit Guard number other gets my +4. So 3 + 4 is 7, -3 is 4. That kills him. That's unexpected. This entire scenario has gone way better than expected. Way better. Anyway, this guy's going to move forward. This guy's going to move forward. This guy moves forward. And I have only... Where's my card? I should have a card left. It doesn't matter, I'm going to do a long rest here. Because I have to. So how a long rest works is I will heal 2 damage. I was at 4, I think, so I'm going to go to 6 at the end of this turn. And I get back my discard pile, less 1 card of my choice. I could do a short rest and discard a card at random, but I probably don't need to. It's probably fine. I am in a good place. I'm not blocking either of my archers, so everything is hunky-dory. This guy was immobilized on his turn. The stone golem went very fast, so he's not immobilized again. And the stone golem is gone, so we can get rid of him. Thank it for its service and throw it the fuck out. Thank you, Maria Kondo. So next round, there are no enemies. My guys move, so he's going to go 1 and trigger this. He has more movement, so I'm going to go ahead and just do it. 2, 3. We have more movement to do, but let's read number 2. At last, hiding in a green room backstage, you find the Vermling Bard, guarded by 2 more of his enthralled victims. Your performance is admirable, Soothsinger, but how much longer can you hope to play? The Vermling's unnatural deep voice clouds your mind. She strums a strange lute as she speaks, weaving a tapestry of sound that buries you in reverberating unease. Can you keep up your petty songs long enough to stop me? Even as you falter, the song of the deep continues on into the infinite. Your soul will be mine soon enough. Special rules. The Vermling Shaman is the song of the deep. So that's all we need to kill. So we draw for them. Vermling Shaman goes at 9, so they're going to go right now, basically. And the guard is going to go after after my guard goes. So the Vermling Shaman literally goes now. They move +1. Their movement is 2. So they could move 3, but they actually... Oh, they can move here. Are they ranged? They are ranged. They would not move in melee range. They would just want to target that. The only thing they can target is that guy, even though they could target 2, and they're going to curse me. So I need to get one of my curses. I just realized it says I'm playing Octopath, and I totes my goats am not. Guaranteed to draw that curse just at the worst time, I'm sure. Anyway, he attacks that guy. That is number 6. At disadvantage, because I have the right song up. Wunderbar. Anyway, next guy. 1, 2, 3. Attacks. Oh, I didn't do my attacks. That guy attacks there. He fails. Fails miserably. And that is the reshuffle failure, not the failure that just got shuffled into my deck. And we'll do the number 5 attacking. Cool. He attacks for ×2. His attack is 3. ×2 is 6. -1 because it's shielded. So 5 damage to guard number 5. Number 4 just moves up. My archers move forward. And I have to discard one of these cards. It's going to be the healing card. I get an experience, because I still have my songs up, and I heal 2, which brings me to 6. And I have cards back. Hooray! I also get back my rocket boots, which might be important. Anyway. This reshuffles back in. I'm going to want to move that archer forward so they can do some damage. I'm also going to want to add a wounding song to my people. So, however, the move is on the same thing as the wound song. So, that being the case, one, two, three, four. So I am going to do this. I'm going to force an archer to move forward and immediately force that archer to attack. And I'm going to do that on 32. So our guards did not go. So this guard 4 attacks the guy that was attacking him at disadvantage. So he attacks, his base attack is 3. No negatives, so he hits my bandit guard for 3. Number 6. Guard number 3 is being attacked by number 5. Again at disadvantage. 4 is much better than 6, so 4 damage to bandit dude number 3. He's fine. And we have a reshuffle symbol, so we reshuffle. Now we go to the next round. And these two are strengthens, which is going to counteract the disadvantage. That's unfortunate. So I go first. Well, the guards go first, actually. They put up a shield, which brings their shield to 2, which is unfortunate. And they are going to retaliate for 2. So this ally right here is going to move forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still in range. They're going to attack City Guardsman number 4. Move there and attack City Guardsman number 5. They're not being retaliated on. Oh, these guys need to reshuffle, so I'll put this here to remind me, because it's at range. And I'm going to force him to do a ranged attack 4. They have range, so let's go ahead and do it. This guy's stunned. Oh my god. Which will happen next turn. 4 damage is 5. 5 damage minus the 2 shield is 3 damage, which is enough to actually kill him. Woo! So that stun was completely wasted. Hooray. The shaman's going to go late. But everyone else goes now. I need to get my wound up. Number 4. 1, 2, 1. Is going to be focused on that, unfortunately. So 4 is going to attack that guy. Cool. He's going to attack him for 6. Minus 2 is 4. To City Guardsman number 4. Who's going to retaliate for 2. Can't always be lucky. That was me going. Number 6 is going to attack number 4. for 3, which gets through for 1. Brings him down here. And 6 gets retaliated for 2. He's still alive. Good job. 3 is going to attack 4. He is going to do 1 damage and die. Correct? Yeah, because he's retaliated for 2. You did well! My archers. Archer number 2 is going to go first. And it's not going to be able to get forward. If I will move here and attack that guy. And probably kill him. 3 damage times 2 is 6, minus 2 is 4, he's dead. I need to get the wound melody up. So Shaman moves, does not attack, but blesses themselves. So I need the Monster Bless, which is inconveniently right here. Like literally right under here. Oh my goodness. I've ruined everything. Everything is awful. And I'll use one of my blessings. Oh wait, it is one of my blessings. There's not a monster-specific blessing. So that double hurts because it takes up our blessings. So I would like to get a wound up because it is very important that my guys deal some amount of damage to this shaman. So it's literally all I can do. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to do 16. And I'm going to curse them as well. And I'm going to get rid of my disadvantage melody, because there's only one of them! So, that's all the guards. They are gone. Good job, guards. You killed one of my guys. I killed 2 of my guys, actually. And we're back at the shaman. Shaman is going to go at 74. I'm going to use my rockets to move +3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oot. I get an experience for the song I have up. I will replace my disadvantage song with this song, and I will curse the shaman's deck. Thanks, Die-Hard, you're always there for me. The shaman has shield 3 and health 5, so it is very important that we wound him. Actually. Okie dokie. Let's get rid of these blessings that are in my deck. I have done my action. It is now time for guards. This guard, unfortunately, is going to go here. And this archer can't see there. Oh, this archer can move in. And this archer can move that. Cool. Card number 4. Attacks at a +2. So his base is 3. +2 is 5. -3 is 2. So he deals 2 damage to the Vermilion Shaman and wounds him. Which is the important part. The other guard cannot attack. The archer number 2 is going to attack at a +0, which does nothing because it's shield 3. Archer number 5 is going to attack at a +2, which is 3 times 2 is 6, -3 is 3, which kills the shaman. Hooray! A dissonant chord rings out as the vermling falls, her lute clattering to the floor. The bellowing sound of the song of the deep is cut short, and its oppressive weight is immediately lifted. Those of your allies who are not cut down laugh and breathe a sigh of relief. The danger has passed. The owner of the brown door thanks you for her help and offers you a generous portion of the drink sales whenever you come to play. The real reward, however, is the bloody lute you pulled from the dead hands of the Song of the Deep. It is a true work of art. Hooray! So I did get an item for this. I'm going to go ahead and grab it. I would like to say that my luck in this was absolutely absurd. It felt like every single time that they drew poorly. And every single time I drew absolutely insanely. So this is the Master's Lute. I hope you can see it. It is very, very powerful. It reads, after performing any song action, immediately perform an attack to or move to action. Pretty insane, I have to say. So the percentage of that was luck is very, very high. It was like all luck that just happened.